Are you passionate about cooking and dreaming of starting your own food business, but without the hassle of a traditional restaurant? Welcome to the future of dining, the cloud kitchen. Hi, I'm Samuel, and in today's video, we are going to dive deep into how you can start your very own cloud kitchen. From understanding the basics to finding the right equipment and marketing your brand, we'll cover everything you need to know to get your cloud kitchen up and running. Firstly, what is a cloud kitchen? A cloud kitchen, also known as a ghost kitchen, virtual kitchen, or dark kitchen, is a commercial kitchen space that is optimized for preparing food for delivery and takeout, rather than dine-in customers. These kitchens focus exclusively on fulfilling online orders placed through various food delivery platforms such as Uber Eats, Zomato, Swiggy and others. Now about the types of cloud kitchen. They are single-brand cloud kitchen, multi-brand cloud kitchen, aggregator cloud kitchen, commissary cloud kitchen, hybrid cloud kitchen, virtual restaurant cloud kitchen, and so on. Some notable examples of cloud kitchens are Fasos, Beru's Biryani, Oven Story Pizza, Box 8, Fresh Menu, Eat Fit, Biryani by Kilo, In a Chef, The Bowl Company, Great Indian Khichdi by Eat Fit, and many more. Now to start a cloud kitchen in a Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Firstly, market research and concept development. Conduct thorough market research to understand the local cuisine preferences and dining habits. Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities might have different food trends compared to urban areas. Then, business plan. Prepare a business plan with realistic financial projections tailored to the economic conditions of a Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Include lower pricing strategies to match the local purchasing power. Legal requirements and permits. Understand and comply with local food safety and business regulations. This might involve engaging with local authorities to ensure all necessary permits and licenses are in place. Building a good relationship with local authorities and the community can ease regulatory processes and enhance business support. You have to file these necessary documentations in order to start a cloud kitchen. FSSAI license. Essential for any food business, this certifies your kitchen's compliance with safety and hygiene standards. Again, if you want to know the steps to apply for the FSSAI license, follow the link given in the description. Fire a NOC. Given the nature of kitchen operations, obtaining a No Objection Certificate (NOC) from the fire department for safety compliance, gas and electricity connections, which will take around 25,000 rupees. Trademark registration. Protecting your brand identity is crucial. Altogether, the grand total for obtaining all necessary government licenses to kickstart your cloud kitchen in India is approximately 40,000 rupees. Location, kitchen setup and technology. Choose a location with good road connectivity and proximity to key residential areas to ensure timely delivery. Real estate costs are generally lower in the Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, allowing for cost-effective setups. The minimum area requirement is only 300 square feet. So, location has become less of an issue when it comes to setting up one. Optimize your kitchen layout for efficiency without over-investing in high-end equipment. Focus on essential and multifunctional kitchen tools. Partner with local delivery services if major platforms like Swiggy or Zomato are not as prevalent. Explore collaborations with local logistics companies or even develop an in-house delivery team. Buying equipments and raw materials. The next step is to ensure that you have the right equipment and raw materials to get the most out of your business. This includes items such as commercial kitchen equipment, food storage containers, refrigerators, microwaves and other things needed for food preparation. It is also important to purchase high-quality ingredients from reliable vendors to provide the best results. Additionally, it is wise to buy in bulk whenever possible, as this will help you save even more money. Menu development and pricing. Price your menu items competitively to match the local economic conditions. Offering value for money meals can attract a broader customer base. Include popular local dishes and comfort foods. Experiment with fusion recipes that combine local flavors with trendy food concepts. Staffing and training. Hiring the right chef and staff is crucial to ensure that your food is prepared correctly, orders are fulfilled quickly, customer service is top-notch, and the kitchen runs smoothly. Cooking academies are a great way to find quality chefs and assistants without the hefty salary demands. Hire local staff who understand the community's preferences and culture. This can enhance customer satisfaction and loyalty. Train your staff thoroughly in food safety, hygiene, and efficient kitchen practices. Emphasize the importance of maintaining quality and consistency. Marketing and launch. Use local media channels such as regional newspapers, radio stations, and community events to promote your cloud kitchen. Word of mouth can be particularly powerful in smaller cities. Create a strong presence on social media platforms popular in the area. Use targeted ads and local influencers to reach potential customers. Use YouTube or Instagram to promote your business. Packaging. Ensure your packaging is suitable for delivery, keeping the food fresh and intact. Eco-friendly packaging can also appeal to environmentally conscious customers. So, these are the most important steps to start a cloud kitchen. So, that's it for today. The next part of how to start a cloud kitchen will be coming next week. It will cover the parts, that is, where to get the equipments, how to efficiently sell your products, social media marketing for your cloud kitchen, then, why not to start a cloud kitchen, and at last, lifespan of an average cloud kitchen. If you found this video helpful, then like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you and have a great day.